Alright, let's dive into something that's got the tech world buzzing. Apple just dropped a subtle hint about its September iPhone event, and personally, I think this is more than just a date reveal. It's a strategic move that tells us a lot about what's coming. Here's the deal. According to a Bloomberg report, Apple is running a lottery for its US retail employees to fly out to California and help with the upcoming iPhone event. Sounds mundane, right? But if you take a step back and think about it, this is actually a pretty big deal. What many people don't realize is that Apple's retail staff aren't just there to sell phones. They are often the first line of defense for event logistics, crowd control, and even guest experience. So, when Apple starts mobilizing them this early, it's a clear sign that something massive is on the horizon. Now, let's talk about the timing. Apple's memo mentions the event will happen in the first half of September, which aligns with their usual schedule. But here's where it gets interesting. Labor Day falls on September 7th this year, and Bloomberg is speculating that a Wednesday event, likely September 9th, is the most probable. Why? Because it gives attendees that workday travel window Apple's historically preferred. Personally, I think this is Apple being Apple, meticulous, calculated, and always thinking about the user experience, even for something as simple as event logistics. But what makes this really interesting is the context. We are expecting the iPhone 18 Pro and the rumored iPhone Fold, two devices that could redefine Apple's lineup. The iPhone Fold, in particular, has been a topic of speculation for years. If Apple's pulling out all the stops with employee mobilization, it suggests they are gearing up for a launch that's not just incremental, it's transformative. In my opinion, this isn't just about selling phones, it's about Apple making a statement in a market that's increasingly saturated. One thing that immediately stands out is the exclusion of employees who worked at this year's WWDC or last year's iPhone event. This isn't just about giving everyone a chance, it's about ensuring fresh faces and energy for what could be one of Apple's most high-stakes launches in years. What this really suggests is that Apple is treating this event as a clean slate, a moment to reintroduce itself to the world. If you ask me, the real story here isn't the date, it's the scale of preparation. Apple's not just launching a phone, they are launching a narrative. The iPhone Fold, if it happens, could be Apple's answer to the foldable market, a space they've been oddly quiet about. And the iPhone 18 Pro. It's likely going to be a powerhouse, but what's more intriguing is how Apple positions it alongside a potential foldable. Are they targeting different audiences? Or is this a play to dominate both segments? What many people don't realize is that Apple's events are as much about storytelling as they are about products. Every detail, from the date to the staff, is part of a carefully crafted narrative. So, when they are flying in retail employees weeks in advance, it's not just about logistics, it's about creating a buzz, a sense of anticipation. From my perspective, this September event could be a turning point for Apple. It's not just about the hardware, it's about what these devices represent. The iPhone Fold, if real, could signal Apple's willingness to take risks, to innovate in ways we haven't seen in years. And the iPhone 18 Pro. It's likely going to be the culmination of everything Apple's learned over the past decade. This raises a deeper question. Is Apple still the innovator it once was, or is it playing catch-up in a market it once dominated? Personally, I think this event will give us the answer. If they nail it, it's a reminder that Apple's still the king of the hill. If they don't, well, that's a conversation for another video. So, here's my takeaway, keep an eye on September 9th. It's not just a date, it's a moment. Apple's not just launching phones, they are launching a new chapter. And whether you're an Apple fan or not, this is one story you won't want to miss. What do you think? Are you hyped for the iPhone Fold, Or is the 18 Pro where it's at? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your thoughts.